When corrupt cops abuse their power, they often think that they can get away with it. But when their misconduct catches up with them, the shock and embarrassment are real. Today we'll be going through these cases where evil cops were caught red-handed and fired.
Side of the street. You can go.
There's no investigation, there's no nothing.
You can go to the other side of the street or you're going to get arrested. I'm not warning you again.
What are you talking about?
Go to the other side of the street right now.
Wait, tell me why first. We're doing it.
You're under arrest. Turn around. Put your hands behind your back. Okay. Stop resisting. Stop resisting.
She's bleeding.
Why do you want to know? And we're not towing these cars off that I know. Or why do you want to know? This is a hit and run investigation. And I saw Kruger jump out of the car. I didn't think anything of Kruger because I had made friends with him earlier, 4 months earlier, I think. I didn't make friends with him where I got his phone number. I made friends with him where we had an understanding. So I said, hey Kruger, how are you? I didn't think anything of it. So I just really didn't even pay attention to him at all, which I should have, but I didn't, because I didn't think he was a threat. And I think he said, forget about it. I've asked you too many times or whatever. You're under arrest. I was like, oh, I didn't want to go to jail that night. That's why I said, no, because I thought she was going to answer me. I thought he answered the group, but it just didn't work out the way I thought it was going to work out. I don't know how I felt. I'll have to look, but that's how that happened. That's how I interacted with him. I had no idea he was going to do that to me. If I knew he was that dangerous, I would have listened to him. You know, I would have jumped and ran across the street, but I didn't feel like I had to because I didn't feel like I was doing anything wrong. That's why I didn't jump.
Officer Matthew Kruger was not only responsible for the unjustified arrest of Carolina, but also for mercilessly attacking her. The injuries she sustained included 2 black eyes, stitches in her lip, a dislocated shoulder, a dislocated elbow, and extensive bruising across her body. Seeing how badly the Fort Worth police treated Carolina, CJ knew he had to dig into this. He spent 4 days on the ground, collecting all the evidence he could to reveal what was really happening.
I don't know who that is. Hey, turn your headlights on.
Driving recklessly and no headlights.
What's up?
Oh, I just heard there was like 4 people on here. So.
Oh no, they're just requesting a complaint form, so.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just gonna grab a form.
Okay, cool.
Hey man, you didn't have your lights on, bro. Hey.
Do you have anything in there that we can...
Yeah, I was talking to you, man. You just walked away from me. All right, cool, man. Have a good night.
Anything in the...
Good way to interface with the public.
Hey, can we take a look at your car? Can we search it? So are you guys from Texas?
No.
Or just everywhere?
I'm not from here, actually. I flew in today out of state.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys heard, our friend Carolina in Fort Worth, she got tackled and slammed down to the ground by Fort Worth police officer Matthew Kruger.
Nope.
And he busted her head open, and she had to get stitches, and she had 2 black eyes, and then they charged her with interference.
Was it during the day?
I was at nighttime a couple nights ago. So that's why I flew in.
Okay. My old ones though, I just got promoted.
Yeah, but look, he seems cool, but he fits the description.
During the audit, CJ and a few of his partners cornered one of the first officers they encountered, Officer Deutsch. Despite his attempts to stay calm, the crowd couldn't shake the suspicion that he might be linked to the corrupt officers they were investigating.
So I got a question for you, man.
Yes,
what do you think about your buddy Kruger?
I don't know who he is.
You don't know who Kruger is? You didn't get the memo?
No, I mean, I know what happened.
Oh, you just don't know him personally?
No, sir.
Okay. Well, what do you think? Do you have anything to say about his actions?
I have nothing to say.
No? Okay. What do you think? It was a good idea for him to slam a 61-year-old woman like that and give her stitches and concussion, knock her out?
Anybody getting hurt is sad and tragic, but I don't have anything to say about what he did. But I hope she makes a speedy recovery. I actually do. I'm not being.
Yeah, she got her shoulder dislocated and her elbow. She's in a sling. Do you think that was an appropriate use of force for him to use on her?
Like I said, I'm not going to comment on any of that, but I hope she has a speedy recovery.
Okay. You got a business card I can take with me?
I don't have a complaint card on me.
No, not a complaint, a business card.
No, not with my name. No, well, I'm just
okay.
Most of us B Cubs don't have our personal cards. We just have city cards.
Can I just get your name and badge number then?
Yeah, Officer Turner, 4949.
Thank you, Turner.
Have a good night, man. You too.
After wrapping up interviews with a few more beat cops, the auditor and his team called it a night. But they weren't done yet.
How's it going today, guys? Oh, just you by yourself? But he couldn't roll his window up faster. Did you see that, guys? He couldn't wait. I think it's about shift change, so let's go talk to this guy. See if he wants to talk to us. I'm sure he'll just pass us right up.
Despite the Fort Worth police station being closed, CJ hung around the parking lot, hoping to catch a glimpse of Officer Kruger, but to no avail.
Huh?
You smell?
Yeah, can I talk to an officer? You guys were closed. I came to the lobby to see if I talked to someone, and I didn't know you guys closed so early.
I don't know. Let me park my car.
Okay, cool. Oh, the guy just zoomed in. Who is that guy? 495. Car number 495. Is that him? It looks like him.
So what do you need help with, man?
Oh, I wanted to talk to someone. I wanted to file a complaint against an officer, and then I wanted to see if maybe there's like a PIO or something I could talk to.
We don't have any. The PIO office is not here. You'll have to go down to Felix, our headquarters.
Oh, it's the one on Houston?
No, you know where it's 501 West Felix?
Okay,
down there. Yeah, that's
501 West Felix.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's where internal affairs is if you want to file a complaint on an officer.
Okay.
And that's where the PIO office is as well. This is neighbor policing officers and our director patrol unit, and then next door is
Who's that guy right there in the beard?
I have no idea.
You don't know him? Okay.
I think he's with I don't know if he works at this building. Okay.
And they actually charged her with all these charges, interference and resisting and all this stuff. He literally knocked her out. She was snoring. You could hear her snoring.
Yeah.
And then he was yelling, "Stop resisting," as she's knocked out on the concrete. I went to go check out the scene. There's a big pool of blood still there in the cement. It's pretty egregious, man. And you know, he's probably, I hope really that he gets charged with, felony assault.
When did it happen?
She's a 61-year-old woman. Happened a few nights ago, Saturday night, I believe.
Determined to get justice, CJ realized he needed to contact Internal Affairs to officially file a complaint against Officer Kruger. On his third day in Fort Worth, he headed to the Bob Bolin Public Safety Complex, driven by his resolve to hold the corrupt officers accountable.
This is the facility where, it's like the headquarters. They got the chief of police in here, internal affairs, stuff like that. So we're gonna go in here and see if we can speak with the PIO and talk with internal affairs. Let's see how it goes in here.
Who you, sir?
Oh, I'm just a member of the public that just wanted to have some concerns. And so I actually flew in here from another state. And,
Okay.
should I come back then? He's in a meeting?
I mean, I can let them know, but I don't know how long the meeting's gonna be, but I can let them know if I have a name.
Okay, well, I don't want to give my name. Just want to remain anonymous.
Okay.
So he's in a meeting. Can I get his name at least?
Yeah. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Make sure who's on call.
All right.
After discovering that the public information officer, Brad Perez, was out at the time, CJ requested to speak with someone from Internal Affairs.
How you doing? Hey,
Sergeant Hernandez.
Hernandez,
Yes, sir.
okay. And you?
Sergeant Rutledge.
Rutledge?
Rutledge?
Rutledge? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, actually, I came by. I wanted to file a complaint. I was going to speak with the PIO too, but I wanted to file a formal complaint on Officer Matthew Kruger.
Okay.
I'm sure you probably know about the incident I'm speaking of.
We do. Do you mind if we sit?
Yeah, I'd love to sit. I'll just give you, I guess, my point of view of what I saw.
Yeah. Share your thoughts.
So there was a woman who was doing cop watching in public. If a woman, she's 5'2", 120 pounds, I don't think reasonable force would even just start punching her and lay her out, right? I could probably restrain her, do something get out of the situation without going to that level. And I think that's what he could have done. But either way, I don't even think the rest was lawful. I mean, I don't know if you guys are also aware of Turner versus Driver. Yeah, so that was actually created here in Fort Worth, which states that we have a lawful right to record police officers in the course of their duties. And again, we can't interfere with an investigation. Clearly, if there's tape or you guys are clearly doing an investigation, I understand that. But like I said, there wasn't any investigation going on. I think he just didn't like her, he didn't want her there. He's actually the same officer who pulled a gun on Manuel Mata for jaywalking. Manuel Mata's been arrested like several times for just reporting police on the sidewalk.
So yes, so what I can share with you thus far is that our department is obviously very aware of this information. The entire command staff is aware. The entire city is aware. The nation's aware. We're all aware. Okay? There are several investigations going on with this. Everything from criminal to administrative and anything in between as well. So they're very aware of it, but it's going to be very in-depth and very thorough, obviously, as anybody would want it to be. Right now, that is the only information that our office, Internal Affairs, can personally release right now. Maybe you can get some more when you get a chance to meet with that public information officer. I don't know their schedule, but it sounds like you're already on top of it, so I don't want to even begin to muddy that one.
CJ came prepared, laying out his entire narrative in detail, describing each step of what happened to Carolina. He explained the false charges leveled against her, but whether these internal affairs officers would be of any real help remained a doubt.
So speaking of charges, you want to run us through the charges?
Oh, yeah.
Because I think a lot of people were wondering where the heck this false report and all that.
False report? You missed the false report. Oh my gosh. The false report was when I was following the two girls and they ignored me. I was trying to get their attention and I went, fire, 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 fire. And they turned around, looked at me and just went, oh my God, because they know me and they kept walking. So that's the one for the report of a false thing. I don't know how Kruger knew that, to write that in there, unless they told him.
Right.
How could he hear it from the vehicle he was sitting in? The second charge I got was interfering with their investigation, but I didn't see them investigating anything. I didn't see a vehicle that was, if it was a hit and run, where was the damage on the car? I didn't see any damage on the car that, any of the cars that were right there they were at. And then the next one is evasion, running away.
Yeah.
So how can you be irritating somebody but run away at the same time? And the last one was resisting arrest. He said, stop resisting after I was gurgling, trying to breathe.
Yeah.
When I was knocked
In
unconscious.
regards to the charges that Carolina was charged with, do you know anything about if they're going to be dropping those, or?
I do not. That comes from the criminal portion as well, that side of the table, if you will.
Right.
They're the ones who potentially file the charges, drop the charges, and it's also up to the county district themselves. It's county district attorney, sorry.
Right.
It'll be, a lot of it will come from their office if they choose to even accept the charges, drop the charges, alter the charges, nix the whole thing, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay. And was Kruger the one who filed those charges, who charged her with those?
Depends on what you mean by filed.
Like, not filed, but did he write the charges up? I guess, who's the officer that charged her with all those charges?
I believe it was Kruger. I might be mistaken about that because I know he completed a police report listing those charges. Because of his extensiveness of being involved, I'm not sure if he's the one who literally, click submit,
right.
But I believe he might be. I don't want to be mistaken and say yes and lie and be wrong,
right.
But I believe so.
Although the internal affairs team managed to come up with excuses, they also provided information that exposed their beloved Officer Kruger. So now not only did he make a mistake, but he also falsified the report to cover his tracks. This proves him to be a full-time tyrant who abused his power and betrayed the very principles he was sworn to uphold.
He's actually been fired from other police departments for misconduct and use of force.
I was not aware of that until I learned about this incident.
Okay.
Personally.
Because, I mean, that's the thing.
I don't know if our department was. I'm sure they were. I don't know. But I personally was not.
Okay. Because that's the thing. It happens pretty typical with police. It's like they get lawsuits, stuff like that, and they let them resign, and they just go to the next department, and it's just like a bad behavior, right? And, like a doctor, if a doctor commits malpractice, he loses his license and he's done. You know what I mean? But like police officers, it seems as though they get to be bad and commit crimes, and then they just go to somewhere else. And I'm not saying all police officers are bad, but I mean, obviously that's what my journalism is about, is police misconduct. So I think it's a problem in the United States. And
correct me if I'm wrong, because I actually just started learning about that yesterday, and I didn't know that. Did he somehow sue and get his job back and get all that reversed? Maybe some technicality or something, I don't know.
Right, I heard that he tried to sue them. I'm not sure if he was successful in the lawsuit, though.
Okay.
But I did hear about that, too.
Frustrated by Hernandez's constant, I don't know responses, CJ decided to ask the age-old question that many officers struggle to answer properly.
Have you ever violated citizens' rights?
Not that I'm aware of. Not illegally.
Okay. Can you tell me the 5 freedoms guaranteed to us by the First Amendment?
No.
You can't?
No, I'm not going to miscite them.
Okay.
I can summarize, but I'm not going to blunder that and mess it up.
Okay, that's fair. Well, you said that I've never violated a citizen's rights, but how do you know that if you can't even tell me the 5 freedoms guaranteed by the First Amendment?
Because through our training, I mean, you learn, for instance, what's a very just minute, dumb analogy? Time is misunderstood, or maybe not understood at all. But at least for my understanding and my perspective, what I can say confidently is I have never, that I'm aware of, illegally violated somebody's civil rights.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, for sexual assault, murder, punching someone in the face, that's all stuff that we know. But see, the Bill of Rights, the first 10 amendments, First Amendment specifically, it protects stuff that not everyone is aware of that it's illegal, right? So a lot of times people think, that it's illegal to take someone's picture in a public space, right? And you need my permission, I can sign a waiver, stuff
very
like
misinformed,
that.
you're right.
So that's what I'm saying. I mean, clearly we all understand that. Any reasonable person would know that those types of things are illegal, but that's what I'm saying. I just want you guys to be educated on this stuff. I actually have something for you.
Yeah.
I'd love to give it to you. It's a pocket constitution. Here, I'll give one to you too.
Thanks, sir.
And
you make these?
I implore you. No, I didn't. I got them. My friend gave it to me. But I implore you to check that out and just at least study it. At least the Bill of Rights. Especially the First Amendment.
This is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's shocking to see high-ranking sergeants in such crucial positions unable to quote the First Amendment of the Constitution. How could officers like these be trusted to uphold state laws and standards when they can't even grasp the basics of the Constitution? It's a glaring failure that undermines their credibility and the integrity of their roles.
One of my leadership schools, when I first became a supervisor, is being comfortable with conflict. There's no doubt here we could call it conflict just because it's a debate that's having to be had because of an issue. But we're not screaming at each other, and this is comfortable. This is how you build things. This is how you make change and move forward. When you have problems, is the other scenario, like you were saying, when people are just calling and screaming at you, right, and calling us ignorant and stupid and mess, and it's just, this is refreshing, legitimately. Like this can help change places. This type of conversations when people aren't screaming at each other is what's needed.
Right. I agree. And I appreciate you guys' professionalism and actually sitting down here and wanting to have a conversation with me. That means a lot. So,
I'm glad.
And I don't, and the majority of us, we don't hate police. We just hate bad policing. And I think this might be the one where Kruger is out of. It's downtown one. So, Central Division. So let's go check it out, guys, see how it goes in here. Oh. How the heck do you get in here? Wasn't here for entry.
How can I help you?
Hey, can I come in? I got some business here to conduct.
What kind of business?
I need to file a complaint.
File a complaint, you're gonna need to call Internal Affairs.
Okay, I also need to speak to someone, a PIO. I got lots of business here, so.
PIOs are out of Felix Street.
Okay, so no one's allowed into the lobby here, or what's going on?
511 West Felix Street.
Oh yeah, I was already there. Actually, just left there, but now I'm here because I want to talk to someone at this particular police department. So can I come in, please? What, did you just hang up on me?
Even when trying to visit the precinct where the unhinged Officer Kruger was stationed, CJ found the door locked. Over the intercom, he encountered a rude and unreceptive officer who not only dismissed his concerns, but also had the audacity to hang up on him.
See the rudeness, guys? Ridiculous, man. Hey, I was already at the department on Felix. That's what they told me to go, but I have business here now. I'd like to speak with an officer in this particular police department. Can I be let in, please?
Yes, sir. Do you have cell phone on you?
Yeah, but I'm not going to give you my number. I'd like to just come into the lobby.
I don't want to talk to you. You call the number on the door, and I'll put you in direct contact with the person inside.
Oh, okay. You don't want to talk to me? Is that what you said?
I don't need your number.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, I'll call them.
Yeah, they'll put you in contact. Thank you.
Thanks.
All other calls, please leave a voicemail with your name and your number, and we will get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you, and have a good rest of your day.
There's something else over here, man.
How can I help you?
Yeah, I called that number, no one answered. Can I just come in so I can speak to an officer here, please?
If you're looking for the PIO, like I said, it's going to be at 511.
Yeah, I was already there.
Despite knowing the situation in full detail, these dim-witted officers still couldn't grasp that a civilian wanted to enter a publicly accessible building, a building funded by taxpayer dollars.
I already answered your question.
What's your name? Oh, okay. Yeah, just hang up on me. See, they're only nice when they have to be, guys, like over there at the headquarters. But see, when you come over here where Kruger works, this is how they treat you.
Please hold for an operator. Sorry, the operator is not available. If you would like to try an extension, you may do so now. Goodbye.
Okay, yeah, so they just keep picking up and hanging the phone up on me? Yeah, I need to talk to that officer that keeps hanging the phone up on me, man. I'm just gonna keep bringing this until I get his name and badge number. I'm gonna be here all day.
Yeah, he's not answering his desk phone, so.
Okay, well just tell me what his name and badge number is. That's all I need.
I don't know.
Okay, well like I said, I'm just gonna keep bringing this for about an hour until I get bored, and then I'm gonna leave. So.
These officers seemed to think that they were untouchable. Their dismissive attitude showed a serious lack of respect and accountability. Determined to get his point across, CJ told the security officers he could stay there all day, making life harder for everyone if he didn't get the respect he deserved. His frustration revealed just how out of touch these officers were with their duty to serve and treat people properly.
It's me again, hang up. Let's try something new, guys. Let's see if I can just knock on this door then. So you can see there was a guy in there. It's probably the guy that was in there. But now he's left, so. Do you need to come in here too? They've been super rude to me, and they won't, the cop just kept hanging the phone up on me, and I was trying to get his name and badge number, and now they're just transferring it over to security. So when they transfer it to security, just tell them that you're someone different, and then you have different business here. So it'll ring, and right now it's going into them, and then they transfer it to the security guard guy. This is the officer.
Look at that. I'm on camera for the very first time, and I wore my shirt inside out. Hi, it's Emily again. I was just in there. I had one other question I wanted to ask you.
Okay, just call that number that's on the front door.
Oh, we already tried that. They don't answer. Oh, see, then he just hangs the phone up. You guys are actually literally denying other service now because you guys are just hanging the phone up and not talking to people. They actually have legitimate business. I have legitimate business too, but that's to the point where it's getting now, where literally other people are getting denied service because you guys are acting like this.
There's a security. It rolled over again.
Well, not you, but yeah, the police. That's what I'm saying. So be prepared for about another 50 calls.
Hey, you call the emergency number on the door.
I already tried that. No one's answering.
You can't call 911.
I can call 911?
Mm-hmm, if it's emergency though.
That's not an emergency though. So like there's not like anyone dying out here, but I mean you guys are literally, you know, breaking the law. Not you, but the police are breaking the law in there by denying me service, denying that lady that came in here for service because I'm out here. It's just ridiculous. This is why people come here, man. I traveled from another state to come here because this is how the Fort Worth Police Department acts. This is ridiculous.
Yes, sir, I understand.
Okay. Like I said, I'm gonna keep calling for about another hour or so. All right, bye.
Despite the police incompetence becoming a genuine concern for other members of the public, this situation highlights the harsh reality of how poorly tax-paying citizens are treated. After learning from a new friend and subscriber that Kruger likely didn't work at that specific precinct, CJ had no choice but to try a different department in his quest for justice.
Is this the department, or is this the substation that Officer Matthew Kruger works out of?
I'm not sure which one he works out of, but is this something that, I know I've heard of the situation going on or whatever, but did you contact the internal affairs and all them?
Yeah, I already had a conversation with internal affairs, and I left a message for the PIO. Is there a sergeant here that I could speak with, or someone?
I'm not sure there is anyone, because they all stay out in the field.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find someone, but I'm not for sure.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry, they are not anybody available.
Okay.
They are out in the field and everything, but I know that it has been addressed, so you'll just have to talk to someone from internal affairs.
Okay, so you're aware of the situation I'm talking about with Kruger then?
I've heard people talking, but I don't know. I haven't even seen any of it, so I don't know.
Oh, really? You should check it out.
I've heard people talking about it.
Yeah, you should check it out. It's all over YouTube. The video, the part's only 1 minute if you want to check out the live stream that she did. But anyways, can I get your name?
It's Terry.
Terry? What's your last name?
McDonald.
McDonald?
McDonald, yeah. I'm a civilian employee.
Oh, yeah, but you work here?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so you're a public employee.
Yes.
Right, okay, well, thanks. Appreciate your help.
All right, thank you so much. And like I said, just get with the internal affairs. They can probably give you more information I can.
Right. Determined to find the right police station and track down Kruger, CJ made it his mission, driven by the injustice Carolina faced. He knew that if it could happen to her, it could happen to any one of us. And that is a very scary thought.
I was wondering, is this the police station that Kruger works out of?
Okay, sir, if you have any information, if you're wanting information, you either have to contact an internal affairs or the public information officer for this city, and I can give you that.
Yeah, I already actually had a conversation with
You know Kruger?
Oh, you know Kruger?
Oh yeah, I know a lot that you might want to know. You might, hey.
Okay.
You might want to talk to me.
I'll talk to you in a minute here, man.
I'm gonna go outside because she kicked me out of here because she's derogatory. I came in here because I filed a police report. One thing is I was in the hospital because I had a stroke. My medication came up missing. The police went over to take a report. They didn't write the report. I walk in here and she starts yelling at me, "Get out of here. The sergeant said he'd call you. He'd call you." But, brother, I got stuff that you would not believe. I've been trying to get a hold of somebody in the news. I'll be outside.
Yeah, I'll go out there and talk to you in a minute here, man. I got to file a complaint myself. Okay, so I actually need I need to find out who drives the vehicle out there. Is a sergeant W316. I need to file a complaint.
Hey, sir, if you have any information questions, you have to contact the two places I told you, internal affairs or the public information officer for this city.
Yeah, but I just want to file a complaint here because I don't want to go over
You
there.
file a complaint with internal affairs, sir.
Well,
my name is Miss Hall.
Miss Hall? Okay. H-A-L-L?
I've given you my name, sir.
I just wondering the spelling. Is it H-A-L-L?
Sir, my name is Miss Hall.
You're not going to tell me how to spell it? Okay, can I get a public records request form and do a public records request on your...
You have to contact, I can give you the information to do that, sir. I don't have a form here.
I'm giving you a verbal request. That's the FOIA law, Freedom of Information Act, so I'm giving it to you verbally.
Sir, there is a procedure that you have to follow for an information request. It is not here.
No, you would like me to, but I can literally just verbally give you the request, and you can write it down. I'll give you my email, and then you can forward it to the proper channels.
Sir, we have procedures here, and you have to go to the public information office, not through me.
I don't have to, man. Like you are the one that has to provide a reasonable accommodation. If the American with Disabilities Act, man, you have to provide a reasonable accommodation for those with disabilities, right? So what if I can't read or I can't write? Okay, I don't understand why you're so rude. This guy's saying you're yelling at him, kicking him out, and then I come in here and you're aggressive with me right away. Why can't you just be nice? I'm just a member of the public. Came in here, I was treated rudely by your sergeant out there.
Miss Hall proved to be more like the big bad wolf than the friendly granny from Red Riding Hood. With zero interest in helping CJ, she dismissively returned to her computer game. Her behavior is a glaring example of how public service employees can fall far short of their duties.
But you don't want to, because you have this chip on your shoulder, And you're probably just thinking, oh, he's just one of these antagonizers coming in to start a problem. When I came in here peacefully, ma'am, I just had some questions. I don't understand what the big deal is. Because I have a camera in here? Is that what it is or what? You know, this is the reason why people come to Fort Worth. I'm not even from here. I actually took a plane ticket over here from out of state because of the way Fort Worth acts. See, if you guys would just act right and professional, we wouldn't come back here. But you're literally getting people all across the country to come here because of your attitude. Prime example right here. Smug, condescending, can't stand me. You can see the disdain and contempt in your face. Unwilling to help a member of the public because they have a camera, right? So, okay, I guess I'll go to internal affairs, and I guess Ms. Hall, I'm gonna get your name, salary, date of hire. I'm gonna get as much information on you as I can. Find out actually who you are. File a complaint on you personally as well through internal affairs, I guess. Since you don't want to do your job and be nice to a member of the public, man. You want a business card so you can know who I am?
No, sir, I'm not interested in your business.
You'd be fired, right? And if the management did nothing about it, they just go out of business because it's the private sector and there's competition. See, that's what happens when government has a monopoly on the use of force in a specific geographic area, is we got rude public employees like you and that sergeant out there who get to just treat people like crap and they get away with it, man. Disgrace.
Moving on, this auditor owned these evil cops. He took them to the cleaners.
I'm on the side of the road, legally parked, with a sign which is protected by the First Amendment. So you can, I'm disrupting nothing. I'm gonna do it right here where I'm at. So I'm not.
Why have drivers coming up to me telling me that you're jumping out in traffic?
Because apparently they're erroneous. I don't give a what somebody else says. What did you witness? Nothing of the sort. So keep your to yourself.
You wanted our attention, you got it. I mean,
I don't want your attention. Go the away, road pirate.
You wanted our attention.
Go away, road pirates. You keep saying jumping in traffic. When did you witness this offense? Don't you came to me. You came to me. You came to me. You came to me.
Tell me that you're jumping out in front of them with the sign.
So they want to lick your boots. Let them.
Trooper Nicholas Gallo and Corporal Stephen Douglas had no basis to detain Jonathan, and that was when they decided to operate disdainful strategy aimed at provoking him.
Don't put your hands on me. Do not put... Give me my property back, you piece of... Give me my property back. You see this? You tyrant piece of... You tyrant... What are your... badge numbers?
Step back, okay?
No,
Don't walk up
no,
to me
you
like
stole
that.
my property.
Did you see anything in my hands?
You
stole your
piece
property?
of...
Have a nice day.
The tyrant cops forcibly snatched the cardboard from the poor guy and even tried to lie about it. Jonathan couldn't do anything but record their actions as they made their way off. However, the story was not over yet, as some hours later, the same officers pulled Jonathan over when he was in his car.
The reason I stopped you is you had your hand out the window with...
So what? So what? It's constitutionally protected speech.
Is there a reason why you're doing that? Is there a reason why you're doing that?
You're stopping me for constitutionally protected speech, right?
Because you had your hand out the window.
This is what I did. You got a problem with that?
Sir,
listen to me. Listen to me.
No, no, no.
All right, listen.
Go away.
Disorderly conduct.
No, it is not.
That is disorderly
That
conduct.
is called
If you were doing it
freedom
out in the
of speech.
If you were out in the public, you are out in the public and people see you.
No, it is not.
Here's what's going to happen.
No.
License, please.
No.
Here's what's going to happen.
I want your supervisor, please.
I am the supervisor. I am the supervisor.
License,
And that's why
please.
I'm here.
I'm going to reach into my pocket and
You're
get my
fine.
license.
You're fine.
And I'm going to take you to
You're fine.
court.
But here's what I'm saying. Take it to court. That's what I want you to do. That's what I want you. I want you to take it to court.
So but before we go any farther, you're pulling me over for what?
Because you had your conduct. You had your finger out
Disorderly
the window.
conduct.
Now,
What?
here's what's about to happen. You're about to be arrested again for resisting arrest.
No, I'm not.
This time, the reason was even more shocking. Douglas was also joined in by a sergeant who was only making matters worse. He continued to threaten Jonathan, and it was evident that both the officers had no understanding of the law.
Yeah. Right now you're being detained.
For what?
You're being detained.
I told you why I stopped you already, sir.
For putting my middle finger up. That's correct?
No,
correct.
No,
exactly.
You extended your arm out the window.
No, I had my middle finger out the window.
Okay, let me get your ID.
You had your middle finger out the window. Okay, yes.
We're gonna take you in. We're gonna tow the car, and we'll call social services for the kid.
Oh, so now you're threatening. Now you're threatening my child.
No, it's not a threat. It's a promise.
You're threatening my child now.
I'm telling you what's gonna happen.
However, if this wasn't depressing enough, let's hear a call that Trooper Douglas had made moments before pulling Jonathan over.
He stuck his middle finger out of the window. Okay. What's that? What's that? We could lock him up for disorderly conduct. He probably won't go anywhere. Nah, what's isn't it like a improper hand signal or something? Charge? No, I mean like if you stick your I'm telling you, if you put your arm out the road, your hand out the road, and you're like with a middle finger, you could. That's like a, isn't that? I'm pretty sure. You sure about that?
Trooper Douglas had no idea about the law and had to call another fellow officer to inquire about potential charges against Jonathan. Despite being confronted with the truth that Jonathan hadn't broken any laws, the petty trooper refused to give in.
Took his arm out the window with his middle finger. Okay. And he was driving by like, oh, game on. Okay.
I mean, he pulled him over for what? Like giving him the middle finger?
Yeah, for giving the middle finger. So,
yeah, you can't do that. That'll get dropped.
Yeah, it's going to get thrown. I told him that's going to get thrown out. But it's just going, it's going to cause the problem. He's going to mess up eventually. He's going to do something really stupid. And then we are going to be able to really lock him up.
Something stupid like, park in the roadway.
Right.
Something like that that'll fly. Unfortunately, I mean, you can't. We can't pull people over. We can't write them tickets for telling us to fuck off or giving us the middle finger and stuff like that. That's their right to do so.
It's appalling to see how inflating the ego of a police officer can be, as they can be heard planning to arrest him later.
But all right, I'll do some more work up on this guy, and I'll pass it on.
And then number two, we have no real basis to write him. It's gonna get thrown out. That it's gonna get thrown out. The hand gesture thing. Yeah, it's not. It doesn't count for fingers. For fingers. Middle fingers. So. It doesn't count for sticking your hand out and doing middle fingers. No. Nope. Okay. Nope. All right. Well, at least it's inconvenient for you guys. Right. So now, So he's going to do something stupid one day where we are going to be able to lock him up for disorderly conduct, and I just wish we had the witness and even had it on video.
Well, the troopers did charge him for improper use of a hand signal. As expected, the charge didn't stand and was eventually dropped. However, the troopers soon saw themselves in hot waters as Jonathan filed a lawsuit against the 3 officers involved in the scene. The officers later decided to settle the case with Jonathan and ended up paying $50,000 in compensation. Well, this wasn't the first time cops acted outside the boundaries of the law and got served with a lawsuit.
I should get to work, is that what you're telling me?
If you're busy.
We're gonna have a problem between you and I.
In July 2021, First Amendment auditor Sean Paul Reyes was conducting a First Amendment audit at the Bradley International Airport when State Trooper Lavoie approached him and demanded his ID.
As long as you don't film the x-ray screens, because that's all sensitive, and impede the operation, you're fine.
Yeah. No, I'm just an independent journalist gathering content for a story.
I think you're well within your rights. I think you know all of
Good morning, how are you, sir?
Trooper Lavoie with the State Police. How are you doing today?
How you doing, Trooper?
Good, I'm here to find out what your business here is at the airport today.
Nothing, just gathering content for a story. I'm an independent journalist.
Oh, great. Do you have your ID on you?
I'm not going to provide you with my ID, Trooper.
By a state trooper for your ID, you're going to have to provide
this. Connecticut, sir, is not a stop and ID state. And unless you have reasonable articulable suspicion, I've committed
about to do that. I'm not here to get a legal advice from you.
Yeah.
I'm asking legally an order from a state trooper to provide me your ID. You're causing alarm at the airport. Multiple people have come up to us asking what you're doing.
There's a TSA supervisor who just told me I was well within my rights.
Please?
Sir,
Put your hands behind your back, please.
I'm going.
Put your hands behind your back, please.
The state trooper wasted no time in detaining Sean as he failed to provide identification. Well, Sean wasn't legally obliged to provide one as the officer had no reasonable, articulable suspicion to demand one. Shortly after, the officer also took his phone and proceeded to handcuff him.
I'm not going to cause any alarm.
Last answer.
I don't have any. I'm not going to put any. I'm not. I don't even have any ID on me, sir.
That's going to be it. Okay.
I can give you my name and date of birth if you'd like. Do you have your body camera on, sir?
581.
gathering content for a story.
Okay.
I have not broken any laws.
No one said that you did. You're not under arrest right now. You're being detained.
But why are you detaining?
You're interfering with my investigation.
Sir, you need to have reasonable articulable suspicion.
I'm articulating that to you right now, that you're causing a disturbance at the airport. Yes, you are.
By gathering content, I'm an independent journalist, sir.
You need to stop trying to teach me
Why
legal.
are you shaking? I'm not gonna hurt you.
You need to stop and listen to me. I'm trying to identify you because you're causing a disturbance at the airport. You refuse to provide me your ID. You're clearly doing this on purpose.
I'm not.
So we're going to go through the books by this.
I'm gathering content for a story. I told everybody I'm an independent journalist. SEAN.
Yep.
PAUL. One word. Can I get your supervisor here, Lavoy? One. Under threat of arrest, I'm providing you that information.
It's not a threat. It's me telling you what has to happen.
Can I speak to your supervisor, Lavoy?
Absolutely.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
It appeared as if the trooper was struggling to control his emotions as his voice was cracking and his hands were shaking. On the other hand, Sean remained steadfast and waited for a supervisor to arrive.
I'm not here to...
No, you can go back and you can do that with your supervisor. I'm here if you, whatever you need me to do, that you feel that you're going to arrest me over, I will comply with that.
Mr. Reyes.
Yes.
There is no need for you to be handcuffed. You made it this way. You put yourself
can you
in this
take the
situation.
handcuffs off of
Absolutely
me?
not until my backup arrives.
But why are you shaking? I'm not a threat
I'm not
to you,
shaking.
sir. I'm not a threat
You're detained right now. You're my responsibility. If you fall over,
I'm not a threat
you're
to
my
you.
responsibility. You're saying that, but I don't know that. I don't know that you're not a threat to anything here at the airport.
Sir, the way the world works, you can't handcuff people because you don't know if they're a threat or not, sir. That's dangerous that you're acting like this, really. Sir, are you a supervisor, sir? I am not. Can I get a supervisor here? My rights are being violated.
We're working on that.
Why are they being violated? Because I'm in cuffs and I haven't broken any laws, sir. Sir, there is, as you know, an unlawful detainment. This is you know what that's going to happen, right?
Sean kept trying to explain his point to the trooper, but he remained unwilling to listen. Minutes passed as Sean stood handcuffed, waiting for a supervisor who was taking ages to arrive.
See, the problem is you think you're above the law, and you think you're above. You're above a citizen.
You see, now you're projecting your thoughts because I'm in uniform. So
No.
Because I'm in uniform.
I'm assuming because you put me in cuffs.
Yeah, you're detained. That's 100% right. For failure to comply.
An unlawful detainment. De-escalation. If you do a little bit of de-escalation, things might go a little bit better for you and anybody else.
You could have too.
All I did was tell you I want to invoke my right. Is
Absolutely.
this a supervisor? No. Come on, man. Can I get a supervisor here? He's gonna explain to you guys to release me immediately. I haven't broken any laws. This is insane. You can't. Just because you have trust issues, that doesn't mean you can put free citizens.
We have trust issues.
You can't put free citizens in handcuffs.
It's the nature of our job.
This is an unlawful detainment. And when the supervisor gets here, he's going to let you guys both know that, and he's going to tell you to release me.
We're going to release you as soon as we're able to do that. I'm not keeping you detained just because I feel like I want to. You understand that, right?
I don't comply with unlawful orders, and that's just my right as a citizen to not comply with it. You might think it's a lawful order, but it's not. It's not. It's not.
After minutes of waiting, the supervisor finally arrived on the scene, and Sean narrated to him what had happened, hoping for a quick resolution.
Sergeant Drummond. Yes. Sergeant Drummond, I would like to be released immediately from this unlawful detainment. I have not broken any laws. Your trooper did not have any reasonable articulable suspicion to identify me or in any way. I talked to supervisor from the TSA, Brett Kavanaugh. He told me that I have every right to film the security checkpoint. This is a public building. I'm an independent journalist. He's violating my First Amendment right of freedom of press. And like I said, I would like to be released from these handcuffs. Okay. And he turned off my phone. I would like to be released from these handcuffs immediately. I have not broken any laws, sir.
Okay. All right, why were you videotaping? Just out of curiosity.
Same thing I told your trooper. I'm an independent journalist gathering content for a story.
Okay.
I'm not going to divulge until the story is published. Now I guess the story has changed to an unlawful detainment by your officer. By your trooper, sorry. And like I said, the longer I'm in here, the longer you guys are violating my rights. So I would, as a supervisor, I would advise you to do the right thing here, sir, and have me undetained.
The supervisor listened calmly to Sean and ended up making the correct decision in no time. The supervisor did an excellent job in de-escalating the situation. On the other hand, Trooper Lavoie was furious seeing that Sean was being let go without any warning. It became apparent that the trooper could benefit from a better understanding of the law. Sean didn't end the matter there as he went over to file a complaint against Trooper Lavoie. However, as he tried to do so, he faced resistance from Sergeant Brian Fahey.
How you doing, Sergeant?
You videotaping me?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I don't want to talk to you then. If you want to videotape me, then if you want to talk to me like a man, we can chat.
But what about you guys wear body cameras here? What's the difference?
I don't have a body camera.
I understand that. What can I get your name, Sergeant?
Yeah, Brian Fahey.
Brian Fahey.
Yep.
So there's a serious civil rights violation going on here. So as I was explaining to the other trooper, I'm a journalist, independent journalist working on a story.
Okay.
And I was gathering content for that story at the Bradley Airport. TSA became concerned about me filming.
Okay.
A supervisor came over. The first person who was concerned called the supervisor. Supervisor said, "You have every right to film. It's not an issue. I know your rights. You know your rights. Continue what you're doing." One of your troopers out of Bradley Airport, Trooper.
How can I help you today with pistol permits? Can I help you today with pistol permits?
Why would I don't need help with pistol permits. I need help with a civil rights violation, as I just told you, sir.
But you can contact our internal affairs department. It's online, or there's a phone number.
Sergeant Fahey's demeanor seemed stern from the beginning, and he wasn't in the mood to grant Sean any favors. However, this demeanor was about to get even worse.
You're a supervisor.
I'm a supervisor in charge of special licensing and firearms, so all these people that are in line, in 529 gun dealers in the state of Connecticut, that's what we're dealing with. There's an outlet for you to make your complaint.
There's a civil rights violation.
But there's an outlet for you to make your complaint, and you can make that. We've given you it.
Why are you guys acting like this? I'm trying to make a serious civil rights.
What? I don't know what you. I can't help you with your complaint today. Yep.
Can you get me that address?
Sure. 294 North Colony Road.
294 North Colony Road.
Yep.
Building what again?
I think it's building 11. I'm not sure exactly. You're going to go when you come into the complex. The forensic laboratory is going to be on your left. You're going to take a right. There's an island. It's the last building on the right.
And that's where they're located.
You have your outlet to make your complaint. We give you plenty of outlets to make your complaint.
Yeah.
And we've offered them all to you. You have the paperwork, right, to make your complaint?
Yeah, they just gave me the complaint.
Okay. Yeah, you can go right ahead. Go right ahead, sir.
But this is part of a thing that I'm going to fill this out, but I want to speak with somebody who can help me.
Okay, well then you can call IA, or you can go there, and if they have time to speak to you, they'll speak to you. But you have your outlet. You can go online and you can get the phone numbers.
Yeah.
You've given. We want to entertain your complaint through the proper channels. You want to make a complaint?
Yeah, which is through internal affairs.
Yep.
It's the proper channels.
Yep.
I will go speak to them personally.
Have a great day.
You too.
Nice talking to you.
The sergeant claimed that he couldn't deal with his problem at the moment as he was extremely busy. However, the sergeant wasn't enjoying Sean filming the area, and in a matter of seconds, he completely lost his calm and did this.
You're all set here?
Excuse me?
Are you all set here?
Well, yeah, there's nothing else obviously you can help me out with at this point.
Okay, so you're all set. So you're going to go to IA right now, correct?
Yeah, I'll be there.
All right.
I'm going to be going.
Okay.
I'm going to be going.
Okay. So you're going to stand here with your cell phone?
I thought you were busy. I thought you were a busy man.
I am busy.
So you should get to work.
I should get to work? Is that what you're telling me?
If you're busy.
We're going to have a problem between you and I.
His body camera's on. His body camera's on. Stop. He has his body camera on.
I don't care.
Stop,
I don't care. Right? This is private property. Okay?
I'm not doing anything.
You're not going to videotape me and have an attitude with me.
I'll get off of it.
But I'm going to tell you what right now, dude. I'm not the one.
All right.
Okay? I gave you the information you needed, and I gave you your outlet. Right? You were giving your outlet. No, you wanted to stand there and hold your cell phone in my face. Is what you wanted to do. Yes, you do. Take your cell phone and go and make your complaint. Okay?
Okay. Can I grab my cell phone?
Stay right here.
I'll get it for you.
The sergeant made a huge mistake as he forcibly removed Sean from the premises of the building and even dropped his phone in the process of doing so. Later, Internal Affairs claimed that Trooper Lavoie was acting within the law when he detained Sean, and the department also proceeded to clear Sergeant Fahey of any wrongdoing. However, Sean ended up filing a lawsuit against the city, Trooper Lavoie, and Sergeant Fahey. The lawsuit is still in progress, and there's no update from Sean regarding its progress as of now. Well, these officers were corrupt for sure, but they pale in comparison to what these cops did next.
I'm gonna sit down. Are you on?
On August 25, 2019, the Worcester Police Department responded to a custody dispute where a Bible Baptist church was located. The dispute involved the pastor, Rizzuti Sr.'s daughter, Rachel Rizzuti, who allegedly had not returned her 11-year-old daughter to the girl's father. As the cops arrived on the scene, they were met by a hostile reception by the pastor.
Who are you? Who are you? Why don't you go inside? You have nothing involved. Go
Oh,
inside.
that's my daughter. So
Okay.
yeah, I do have a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
You know,
maybe you don't
this
have to.
this has nothing to do with you.
How's that? Kyrie. Kyrie, don't tell me what Rachel.
You done yelling? You done yelling?
Are you done yelling? Acting like a big shot?
We're all set here. You can go inside.
No, you go on.
You're not gonna tell me what to do. You can go inside. You're about to be arrested for disturbing the peace.
Supervise you here, tyrant. Let's get him. Look at him.
The pastor called the officer a tyrant multiple times, and that seemed to rile up the cop, which led to a series of regrettable events that should never have happened.
Oh my God!
Heart problems, buddy. You hurt me.
Stop moving that
Stop moving! I don't give you. Please, Joe. Don't touch me. He's a homo. Yeah, he's a sodomite. Get out of my stuff. Hey, get out of this house. Hey, he just punched the wall. She's pregnant. What's wrong with you? I'm gonna sit. Sit down. Are you on?
It's no problem. I'm okay. Stop, Papa.
She's pregnant! Joe, stop. Just stop. She's pregnant! Watch us kill you!
We need an
We're in the church at 7
What's wrong with you people? These guys are tyrants. What's wrong with you?
Stay on the ground now.
You stop grabbing me! I want a supervisor! I want a supervisor! I want a supervisor! I want a supervisor!
The cops tased and brutally arrested Rizzuti Sr. However, the cops were not done with the arrests, as they also proceeded to apprehend Rizzuti Jr. and his wife, Carissa. The cops' actions reached a troubling point when they put Carissa Rizzuti on the ground, which agitated her family given that she was pregnant at that point.
Let go of me! What's wrong with you? He's a tyrant! I'm resisting you! Get off of him, you psycho! You're psycho! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! You're psycho! Stop moving! Let go of him! You're hurting me! We're done! Stop it! You stop it! You're not doing nothing! Are you think I'm a dog? Stop yelling! Stop yelling! Relax! Let go of me! You're hurting my wrist! Papa Bianca!
Take a picture of their bag.
Yeah.
With their numbers, please.
Everybody, get this stuff. All because they're trying to bully one of our church members and steal their child. Oh, will it? That's not how it works. We'll see. Stop touching me! Stop moving. You stop touching me!
Temptation. We're good enough cops now.
Make sure my wife gets checked out. She's pregnant and this cop tackled her. Supervisor. I want to supervisor. What's this cop's name? No, this is
The cops' actions at this point were nothing short of brutally appalling. The officers then proceeded to take Rizzuti Sr. and his son outside of the church. The pastor was frustrated at this point, and rightly so. The cops even proceeded to arrest and take away pregnant Carissa Rizzuti.
You don't care what I say.
You're under arrest. We're going to search
You
you.
get away from me.
Okay?
You get away from me.
No,
This
you're
guy
under
was
arrest.
assaulted.
All right.
I'm your arrest.
Yeah.
Oh, am I?
We have a paramedic to check you out.
You get away from me. You've already assaulted me. Assaulted me, tased me. Laying in the back of my church, this guy. Imagine that.
And you wouldn't calm down. He comes causing a scene, then you ring you.
Where'd you get, where you got tased?
I have no idea. He got tased right in the middle back here. Sorry.
Can I just look at it? Is that alright?
Relax. I gotta check you out. Right here. They just need a card for the other guy?
Yeah. I don't even. Do you have his name or anything?
I didn't get the other guy's name, though.
I was literally so caught off guard by everything that happened that I wasn't. I was like, I mean, it was crazy. My mom's the one right there with the glasses on.
Alright, guys, we're good.
Mom,
Thank
they're
you.
gonna tell you you're going to the police station. You gotta bail us out. You got Joey's credit card. I'm getting arrested you.
Next up, this auditor made sure to teach this cop a lesson which he will remember for a lifetime.
Who are you, ma'am? Who are you, ma'am? Who are you, ma'am?
I'm a staff member with the public contact team, and you're not allowed to video or take photos in a federal building.
Why is that? Why can't I take video?
Sir, you can speak to the security.
But you're the one telling me. He didn't tell me I couldn't take video. You told me.
I don't know why, sir. I know that.
So you don't know why. You just telling me what to do without knowing why.
The lady clearly knew nothing about the laws and Constitution, as filming in a public building is completely legal. However, a security officer soon came out to Sean, but he wasn't going to be intimidated by him.
She started talking to me. I have no idea.
Steve, you could record in this area.
Yeah, I can record in all the publicly accessible areas. I know what I'm doing here. It's okay. I'm recording everywhere in the publicly accessible areas. I didn't go by. Look, come here. I didn't go past where it says VA employees only. I didn't go past there, okay? I didn't go into any restricted areas.
Sean managed to get away from these people, and as he was admiring the architecture of the building, he was once again stopped by a lady, swiftly joined in by the earlier woman.
Why? It doesn't say anything about it being unauthorized. What do you mean? There's nothing that's stopping me from coming up here.
Employees go up there. You can't go up there. It's only employees only. Only restricted for employees.
But why doesn't it say that? You have big signs everywhere else where it says restricted employees only. I don't understand.
No. I'd like to be moved off your video. You didn't have my permission.
Ma'am, who are you? Can you tell me that now, or you didn't?
I did.
I have no idea who you are.
I'm a staff member here, federal government employee.
Federal government employee, and your name, and so that means you're public service. You're a public servant.
You were recording me without my permission.
So that means that you're a
state of Pennsylvania. That's against the law.
So you should. So if you feel that that's against the law, you should call law enforcement, ma'am.
Your video.
Ma'am, if you feel that's against the law, you should call law enforcement, and maybe they can educate you.
The woman seemed visibly agitated and once again didn't seem to have any understanding of basic laws. That's when she threatened to call the cops on Sean, who was pretty relaxed knowing he was right.
So ma'am, you just admitted you are a public servant, so what's your name and title here? You said you work for the public contact. What's your name, ma'am, as a public servant for the federal government?
I don't need to answer that to you.
You don't need to.
No, I don't.
Just common courtesy of a public servant. Oh, for sure, yeah.
Okay, great. Then I'm definitely not going to answer it.
Okay. Why would I stop recording? You've been nothing but hostile since the moment you made contact with me.
You were walking in an inappropriate area.
I was not.
Sir. You were.
I was not.
You were behind the area and recording staff.
I didn't go behind the sign. I didn't go behind the sign that said restricted area. You take offense.
I do.
So you saw me recording and you decided to interject yourself into my recording and take offense to it.
That's exactly what I did.
Okay.
It seemed like Sean was causing quite a disturbance amongst the employees, as soon some high-profile officials came out to confront him.
Are you recording?
Who are you, sir?
I am the assistant director of the station. My name is Pedro. How are you?
Hi, Pedro. My name is Sean.
Sean?
Yes. I am recording, to answer your question. And your name, sir?
John Miller. I'm the public affairs officer for the
Public affairs officer. Okay.
Don't mind you recording.
Okay.
Especially me.
Yeah.
And the premises. But the employees, we need to have their permission to be recorded.
Why would that be, Pedro? I didn't enter into any agreement. I'm exercising my rights here. My intention is really not to film anybody in particular anyway, so it's kind of a moot point. Sure. I'm not really trying to, but I don't want to, if I happen to get somebody while I'm panning around and, you know, just gathering, it's not my fault and it's my right to film government employees in the course of their duty. I'm well within my rights to film in publicly. There's a DHS memo that came out a few years back.
Right.
It didn't mention anything about, no, it says in lobbies, foyers, it says lobbies here. Okay. So you can read it, 2018 DHS memo.
Once again, Sean stood firm and kept on recording as he patiently waited for the police to arrive. Moments later, a Homeland Security officer arrived and immediately engaged with the auditor in a confrontational manner.
How are you doing today, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Can I get your name and badge number, please?
You can have my badge number.
Not your name?
That's all I'm required to give you by law.
Okay,
I'm not
that's fine.
required to give you my name. And you're
It's
not
not about.
get it.
It's not. It's not about being required.
34502. That's my identity. So let me ask you, what is your business here?
Do I have to answer that question
Yes,
by
you
law?
do. Yes, you do.
By law?
You're in a federal facility.
So that doesn't mean that I have to answer your questions because I answered a federal facility.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Because you want to be technical by the law. Let's be technical by the law.
It says that you have to.
Yeah, no, that doesn't say that.
41 CFR 102-7.
Show me where it says that I have to answer your questions.
You have to be here on official business.
I am here on official business.
Apparently, the police officer does not know the laws regarding public buildings, as he keeps on bullying the auditor.
I'm telling you, as DHS, I'm telling you to look at the DHS memo from 2018.
We have a special agent on the way up here.
Yeah, that's fine.
She's going to make the judgment call whether you could be here or not. And if not, I'm going to throw you up.
You're not going to touch me, that's for sure. I'm telling you now, you're not going to throw me out.
I'm letting you know that now, so have
and
your
I'm
fun
telling
now.
you now,
Have your fun
I'm telling you
now.
now, you're not going to touch me.
Have your fun now.
I'm telling you now.
When she comes, she's going to make the final decision.
And you're not going to touch me, that's for sure.
There's nothing you can
There's
do
no
about
need
it.
for that.
There's nothing you can do about it.
You're not going to touch me. I know that.
What are you going to do if I do?
Don't worry about it. Do it.
I have a legal right to
Do it. No, you don't.
You have to abide by the rules.
Nope. You have to abide by the rules.
Right
There's a DHS memo from 2018. Why aren't you abiding by your own rules? Your own policies and procedures.
The DHS memo does not supersede the law.
2018. Read it. Read it. Read it.
41 CFR 102-74.
Yeah, what does it say? So this is a memo on First Amendment auditors. Is that who I am?
Is that what you are claiming to be?
Never once.
Okay.
Never once claimed to be that.
You're showing characteristic traits that's what you are.
Oh, you're showing characteristic traits that you're a tyrant.
The FPS officer persists in debating with Sean, and that's when Special Agent Kingsley steps in and tries talking to the auditor. Her calm demeanor shuts down the tyrant officer.
Special agent right here.
Hi, how are you, ma'am? Yeah, how are you? I'm sorry?
I just want to show you my credentials.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Special agent with FPS. What's going on?
Hi, I'm just in the publicly, there's a DHS memo from 2018. I'm just in the publicly accessible areas. My name is Sean. I'm not doing anything illegal. There's no need for you to put those on. There's no need. So you see your officer here is threatening to throw me out and get physical with me. I have not once escalated the situation. Yeah, you said you were going to throw me out.
I'm good. I'm going to walk away. Okay. I'm going to be right here.
I have not once escalated the situation. I've identified. No, I don't need any help. I'm just taking some pictures of building of the government in the publicly accessible areas of this building here. Okay. That's all. I'm working on a story. I'm a journalist. That's it. And I haven't bothered anyone. I'm not doing anything wrong.
Special Agent Kingsley listens to Sean so calmly and makes sure to even remove the officer from the scene. Her brilliant de-escalation tactics deserve recognition.
I've been very reasonable. I've identified myself. I don't know what else I can do to.
No, you're fine. And just so I'm clear, do you have any business with the VA today?
I have no business directly with them, other than asking questions. I'm just taking some pictures in the publicly accessible areas, ma'am. That's it. That's all.
You're good.
All right, thank you.
What did you say your name was?
My name is Sean.
Sean?
Yeah,
Okay.
my name's Sean. I'm an independent journalist.
Did you
You'll
go
see.
through security screening?
I did. Yes, I did. Of course. No, I went through the security screening.
Just checking.
Yeah, no, nothing. I obviously have nothing on me. I'm just taking some pictures of video in the publicly accessible areas of this building, and that's all I'm going to do. And you said your name was? I didn't.
Special Agent Kingsley.
Kingsley. Thank you, Special Agent Kingsley. I appreciate it. Okay.
Kingsley's demeanor is exactly how every public official should be behaving. The actions of the building's employees and the FPS officer underscore the urgent need for them to enhance their understanding of the law and also be much more aware of the citizens' rights. Moments later, Sean Reyes took some more photographs and eventually left the building. Well, this situation did get tense, but this wasn't the last time Sean encountered some tyrants at work.
Officer, check your camera. That's probably why you're not Sergeant. Check your camera, right?
In January 2022, Sean Paul Reyes went over to conduct another First Amendment audit at the Nassau County Office Building in Mineola, New York. However, as he was about to enter the building, he got the first resistance from the receptionist.
Hey, ma'am. I'm here to see the county clerk.
Okay.
So
Your driver's license?
I don't have a driver's license.
You don't have it with you, or you don't have one?
I don't have one. I don't have a driver's
Do you have
license.
any picture ID in you?
No, I don't have picture ID.
Picture ID. You gotta have something with a picture ID. Hi.
But this is a government building, ma'am. Why would I need picture ID to come into a government building?
Because
I don't need picture ID even to vote. Why? Doesn't that seem silly? You could vote for the president of the United States without a picture ID, but I can't come see a county clerk without picture ID?
gotta scan you in.
You could just write my name down.
What are you here for?
I need to see the county clerk.
About what?
I need to do an open records request. I'm a journalist.
The receptionist asked Sean to wait, as she called her supervisor, but she was completely unaware that she was about to get a lesson in law.
Sir, please put the phone away, please. You're not allowed to video or tape.
I'm sorry?
Please move away.
Why can't I?
I'm asking you nicely because there's a sign posted outside that you can't do that in here.
Why can't I record in here?
Over here. Who are you here to see, the county clerk?
I'm here to see the county clerk. I have business to conduct. I have to do a public records request.
So these are government buildings. Moving forward,
Yeah.
you need ID to get in government buildings.
Well, I don't need an ID to
Moving
pay for
forward.
this government building.
Sir,
Right?
as an officer, I can deny you to come into our government
That would be a very
building.
big mistake, though. That would be a big mistake on your
Sir?
part. I'm telling you,
You
it
have
would.
nothing on you. Now,
I just want to make sure I get your name.
Officer Heitman,
I have.
that you can show us your name.
No,
so we can let you in.
I don't have anything with my name.
Okay.
I don't have it. I
Hold
want
on.
to.
Please just stay here.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Sean was still not able to get through the reception as he was almost being held captive. The employees were getting increasingly confrontational, and now Sean had to deal with a security supervisor.
You are turning it off.
I'm not turning it off, ma'am. We have freedom of press in this country, ma'am. And you should treat the public with more respect.
Sir, this is my supervisor.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, what's up?
Can I get your name?
Say it, or
Is that Brodsky?
Broad.
Brodsky? See, this is why it's more polite to tell somebody their name. So I can't enter in a public building and conduct services without showing some sort of government ID. That sounds like Nazi Germany to me, not the United States of America. I'm a journalist. I go to buildings all over the country, and I've never been once denied access, public access to a building.
It's a policy of the building.
It's a policy of the building.
Of the county. This building needs ID in order to go in. That's why you're going through a metal detector and everything else.
Well, going through a metal detector might be a little bit, that's reasonable, but having to show government ID, that's not reasonable.
It's your license.
Yeah, that's not reasonable.
It was abundantly clear that everyone present lacked knowledge about the laws concerning public buildings, indicating that it might be better to call a police officer at this time.
I might just.
So please stay here.
I'm gonna wait in the lobby. I'm gonna wait in the.
Now, if you were to get on the airplane, would you be able to get in without your driver's license?
No, because that's a private company.
Okay.
That's why.
Hi. So we have a gentleman here, and you can talk to him.
Hi, sir. How are you?
What's going on?
Can I just get your name and badge?
My name and badge?
Yeah.
Officer White.
You have to be outside though, because that's another rule. You cannot video or do anything inside
Ma'am,
buildings.
we have freedom of press in this country.
Okay?
We have freedom of press in this country,
He has
man.
no ID. The signs are all over that say you need to have ID in order to come to the building, no license, this and that thing. And that's what it is.
Hey, sir. Can I just get your name and badge number 2?
Ramos 4543.
Thank you, sir.
2 officers from the Nassau County Police Department came into the building and started grilling Sean. However, he stood firm, prepared to assert his knowledge of the laws and the Constitution.
I'm trying to get services, an open records request to be specific, from the county clerk here. And by them denying me access to the building,
No, they just need.
it's ridiculous. You need to show ID, but you don't need ID to vote. It's an unconstitutional procedure, ma'am.
And there are signs are all over that say
It's just
no,
because, ma'am,
some type of
just because it's been a policy for a long time, that means nobody's come here to challenge that policy, and that's what I'm doing here today. That's exactly what I'm doing here. I'm challenging that policy because it's unconstitutional.
You don't have your ID. Obviously, they're trying to have you. If you have your ID or not, they'll let you in, no problem. You're not cooperating with them. You have no form of ID.
No, sir.
How did you even get here?
I don't have ID. It doesn't matter. I don't have ID.
All right, no problem. If he's not here, you can be trespassing?
Absolutely.
All right, so
100%.
So you will get trespassing.
Yes.
All right, so
Are you ordering me to leave the building, sir?
Yeah,
under threat of arrest, sir?
No, if you're not leaving and they're gonna have you on the trespass form, you're gonna be getting arrested for trespass.
Okay, so are you going to give me a trespass? Am I being trespassed in the building?
We got a trespass form. You have to sign. That's it.
Okay, great. I'll do that. Yep.
No problem.
So we'll go ahead and do that route. Big mistake. You guys are opening yourself up to civil litigation here. Okay. Big mistake. But I'll take that trespass form.
The officers soon decided that the matter wasn't up their stature, and they ended up calling backup. Amongst them arrived the police sergeant Thomas McDonough, who straight away got into a conversation with Sean.
Hey, how you doing today, Sarge? Can I just get your name?
Sure. Sergeant McDonough.
Sergeant McDonough. You just got promoted?
No.
Oh, okay. I figured because you said officer. But
what's going on today?
Yeah, so I wanted to speak with you because I'm being trespassed from this building.
Okay.
I'm trying to conduct business. I'm a journalist. I'm trying to conduct business here by doing a Freedom of Information Act request.
Okay.
They're not allowing me in the building because I don't have government ID.
Okay.
That's unconstitutional. You can't require somebody to have ID and show ID to enter in a building.
The sergeant attentively listened to Sean's complaints with a pretty calm demeanor, but one of the officers accompanying him decided to interrupt only to be exposed on camera later.
Doesn't say you need a show of an ID to obtain public records. Doesn't say any of that. Okay. I see you pointing at the sign. That sign, sir, is not a law, and that's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. You guys are law enforcement. You're not policy enforcement. You're law enforcement. Hey, sir, I don't think I just got your name and badge number. Hey, sir. Sir.
Check your camera.
Can I get your name and badge number? Check your camera. Is that your name? Check your camera. All right. Thanks, officer. Check your camera. Appreciate it.
Officer Thurston, who refused to provide his name, made a big mistake and was soon about to discover why he should never challenge a First Amendment auditor.
Officer, check your camera. That's probably why you're not sergeant. Check your camera, right? It's probably why. Officer Thurston 4008. If you're pointing to that sign, so if that sign said, for example, no blacks allowed, or no whites allowed, but listen, but if it did say that, would you still be like, oh, that's, if it did say that, you can call me good citizen.
Good citizen.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So if it did say that, would you still point to it? That's still unconstitutional. You're right. It is. Doesn't make it right. Doesn't make it constitutional.
Maybe not, but that's their policy right now.
However, Sergeant McDonald, who was inside the office working on a solution, soon emerged with good news for Sean. He was eventually cleared to enter the building without showing any identification.
The people in there are more than helpful. They're going to be willing to help you with anything you need. You just got to go through the security thing, and
okay.
You're welcome to go in there.
All right. Thanks, Sergeant.
Come on in.
Appreciate it.
You just got to go through the security.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh, you been back on the line?
Yeah. Thank you. I mean the county clerk.
They're gonna help you.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Hi, sir.
Hi.
Joanne. How can I help you?
Hi. What was your name?
Joanne.
Joanne. Nice to meet you, Joanne.
Nice to meet you. What can we help you with today?
I just wanted to do a FOIL request.
Okay, but you could do that online.
Okay.
We don't actually do the FOIL request here.
Mm-hmm.
So what you do is you can go home, go to a library, Nassau County Clerk.
You don't have a FOIL form here?
We do not have the FOIL forms here.
It seemed that the sergeant was the only sensible person among the lot. However, despite getting entry into the facility, Sean encountered another problem as the person assigned to assist him claimed that the FOIA request could not be filed in person.
But I'm saying, what if they were disabled or they didn't have...
They have services for the disabled in the county.
They didn't know how to use a computer or something like that. Some people are older and don't know how to use a computer. I want to make sure it's available to everybody, not just like people who are computer savvy.
Yep.
That's all.
You're exercising your constitutional rights. I think that's awesome.
Correct. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, Sergeant. Appreciate it, Joanna. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you, guys. Sergeant. Appreciate you.
Also,
Thank
another
you.
suggestion: maybe write a letter to the clerk.
Yeah.
Maybe if they can improve their procedures.
Yeah, for sure.
And hopefully they'll get back to you.
For sure. And I'll definitely be giving a ring to the county attorney here. Thanks, Sergeant. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Stay safe out there. Thank you. Take care.
Sean couldn't complete the work he was there for, but he did end up proving himself right once again thanks to the intervention of the sergeant who made sure that justice prevailed. Regarding the rest of the employees and officers, I can only sincerely hope that they receive adequate training on the law and constitution. Well, these officers certainly had no clue about the law, but the actions of the next officer did make them sound like an angel.
Dude, I have a law enforcement ID. You, sir, are a disrespect to our profession this evening.
On November 14, 2020, off-duty Roseville police officer Drew Scott Romo became heavily intoxicated and was removed from 2 bars. He was then denied entry at the 3rd bar, where he became confrontational and started arguing with the security officials. At this point, the security contacted Scottsdale Police Department, and a few officers arrived in no time.
Dude, it's Arizona. What the what am I getting on what? What am I taking you out? What am I'm just trying to keep you out of jail. No. You want to be a California cop and be and you want a chest bump us? You can go ahead and do that. And guess where you're going to end up? In my jail. Yeah, I want to know where. You can either calm down and go home. No, I want to. What am I doing wrong? You're too intoxicated. You're trying to pick fights with people. Every club has asked you to leave multiple times. On what club? Every club you've gone to. On what? What am I doing? I've removed you twice from 2 different clubs. Do you not understand that?
What am I saying?
I don't know what that is.
Romo had clearly had a lot to drink that night, but instead of accepting his mistake, he persisted in debating with the officers.
What am I trespassing on?
This place kicked you out.
On what regimen?
You're not even hearing me. I'm trying to keep you from going to jail.
I'm understanding. What am I on?
You're not understanding anything, my man.
I'm trying to.
But you're not.
What are they?
What is the hard part about just going home so you don't get into trouble?
No, I'm trying to understand. What are they kicking me out for?
You're too intoxicated. In the state of Arizona, listen to me for 1 second. Get it through your head right here, okay? You've had too much to drink and you're not processing anything anymore. Arizona law requires that if a bar realizes you're too intoxicated, they must remove you within 30 minutes.
On their own.
You've been removed.
After hearing the bystanders' views and seeing Romo's escalating condition, the officers decided to detain him. He was still trying to assert his authority of being in law enforcement, and that's when one of the officers took him to the cleaners.
You're too intoxicated to understand what I'm even telling you.
I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go home.
Oh, now you're gonna go home? You just said you didn't want to go home. Now you want to go home?
Serious?
Now you want to go home.
Let's sit him down.
Dude, I have a law enforcement ID.
You, sir, are a disrespect to our profession this evening. If you say it one more time, I'm going to hold you in custody and make you tell the judge in the morning that you have a law enforcement ID. You're a disgrace right now. So you need to shut your damn mouth before I call your supervisor, and we go from there, and you don't lose your job in California while you're visiting Arizona.
I don't understand.
So you close your mouth and let us do our job now, because you can't make adult decisions.
What's your job?
My job is to take you to jail now, because you can't be an adult. Have a seat.
I have your...
Have a seat.
Okay.
Have a seat. Sit down.
Hold on.
It's sad to see the entitlement of Officer Romo, who believed he was above every law just because he had a police ID.
Have a...
Because you had a security guard asking you to leave and you kept swatting his hand.
Bro, I'm under arrest. Bro, you when I told you.
Told me what? You're so intoxicated, nothing to see now. You got home when I asked you to. Okay? That's the position you put me in.
Went home.
Yeah, I do think you should have got home. Even your friends. Where is your bachelor party?
It's in...
You're by yourself, bro. They left you. You understand that? They left you.
Come on, dude.
Alright, my man.
Yeah, I'm just one average Joe.
At this point, Romo's friends abandoned him, seeing his terrible condition, and he was left all alone amongst the officers.
Can I get in my personal or no? I can't see you. I'm sorry.
What do you need, man?
I can't see you.
Here, man, put one leg in. Okay. Alright.
1, 2, 3. Where's your car at? Good.
Just right here. No, I'm good with that.
Where you at?
Just on the side right here.
Yeah, I mean, with everybody coming in,
So you're taking me in? What are you booking me for? 647F?
Yes.
Is that going on record?
Is what going on what record?
647F.
Sure.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Yeah, man.
647F is going on my record.
Spread your feet.
I can't walk?
No, you're done walking. You need to spread your feet.
You have any needles?
I don't have nothing, bro. Fit.
Did you slide your hands down into the groove?
Can't.
There you go. Keep. Hang on. Keep working your hands down. There's elbow grooves. Okay. It's a short ride, okay?
Yeah, whatever.
Romo was eventually taken to the county jail, but his aggressive behavior persisted, causing further complications for himself.
What's up, man? Okay. Well, sir, at this current time, you are in a jail facility, and the correct term probably would be prisoner. However, we're trying to get you released, but you're not showing any signs of sobering up that allows us to believe that you can go out and act accordingly in society. I'm what I understand, you're dialing 911. You're continuously.
I can't breathe, sir.
You're continuously banging on the jail cell doors.
Because I can't breathe. I have anxiety.
Romo constantly banged the door of the jail and called 911 repeatedly without having any issue, further delaying the booking process.
Do you have any questions about that directive?
But I can't breathe in here.
Okay, I'm not sure what other thing that I can offer for you.
Lieutenant Glenn, this is Romo.
Well, that brings us to the end of this video. These moments show that no matter how powerful corrupt cops think they are, their actions eventually catch up with them. Whether it's being exposed by their peers, facing public humiliation, or being outsmarted by an investigation, these evil officers got what they deserved. Now, if you agree with me, please consider showing your support by liking this video, and also make sure to subscribe and stay informed about future cases like these. Also, if you enjoyed this video, check out the next video right here.